Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. That's not gonna work. Damn it. Rosie. Oh, never mind. I think I got a solution. My phone is dying. My phone is dying. And I need it. What's going on, y'all? What's the word? People, my people. Y'all already know. What's going on, Macworld Live at 5. Um, I had to reboot all my stuff today. If you know how it is using wireless extenders, then you know what I've been through. I got like my house is kind of big, and I got like one central modem set up, so I had to redo my IP address, do the gateways and all that, and set my wireless extenders up again on dual bands. I got two dual band extenders. Uh, so yeah, it's like that. I had to do that. But now everything running way smoother. And you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You know, it was frustrating. It took a lot of my morning, but I'm happy I finally got it done. Something I wanted to get done for a second, and I got it done right on the first. What's going on with y'all, man? Shout out to all the landlords, man. Get your rent money today before your tenants run off on you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we gonna do, man. You know what I mean? Landlord gang on three. One, two, three. It's my money and I need it now. That's what we used to do on Facebook, me and my guy. Shout out to Bert, man, my homie Bert. And yeah, speaking of money and needing your money, this clip I got, y'all. The lady on here, and it's funny because we seen this kind of clip before numerous times, right? But I never seen the reaction before. So you got one of these fake, the same way you got the fake dude dating coaches that get on here. You got the chicks that do the bad advice. And so you had a chick getting on there, and she kind of well known. For this bad advice she be giving or whatever. And she be throwing a little bit of comedy in there. She remind me the way she looked, the way she talked, of one of my exes, man. Yeah, abrasive, real abrasive attitude. I know that attitude that she up there lugging around. But no, she remind me of one of my exes real bad. And so she get to talking about how you should get dudes for their money. I mean, not so much just flat out like that, but she try to make it sound cute. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, tell them you spoiled and can they handle it and all this and that. It's basically just a lot of trying to put a lot of pressure on a dude and be real abrasive and unreasonable until you get what you want. It ain't rocket science. She make it sound like it's a lot to it, but it really ain't nothing to it. It's just being real abrasive towards a guy, and she was kind of advocating for that. But here go moms coming in and shit. You know what I'm saying? Her moms came. You know what I'm saying? Not her mom, but somebody's mama. You know what I'm saying? Some man's mama came in and was like, "I gotta let you know, man. My son ain't finna. Let me see, could I cuss?" She was like, "My son ain't paying for shit." She was like, "My son not finna be out here paying for no grown woman, this and that and the third." And it's so funny because I always ask that question on my Facebook. You know, when I see girls post those type of stats about men should do this or they should do that or they only worth this or that, I'd be like, well, what about your son? What if he met a girl that think the way you think? How would you feel about it? You know? And today we get a response to that for once. You know what I mean? And then we got this dude, they must have had a like a hostage type of thing going on. And dude, basically the gas station clerk, well, it wasn't a hostage situation. It was a rob, like, attempted robbery, whatever. Gas station clerk, they behind glass and stuff like that. But he locked the shooter is in there. He locked the customers in. You know what I'm saying? And you could say like, well, he locked them in, you know what I'm saying? He didn't want them to get away with the cops to get there, but dude armed. There's people in there. Their life is in danger. That's just putting the merchandise before the people. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna talk about that one, man. And then we gotta look at Fresh and Fraud. You know, they've been into it with Abba and Preach. So today they must have got into a little thing or whatnot. And you know, it turned around and you know, they start saying some kind of, I want to say like some borderline racist type of stuff. But we all know how Fresh and Fit kind of get down. You know, they like some of them real kind of color struck type of, you know what I'm saying, black dudes or whatnot. One of them, you know, they had like these dating coach things on like how to get these white girls or whatever. It wasn't even like how to get the white girls. It was basically they was talking about going on escort like sugar baby sites. They just basically their ideology is like women is this and that and the third, but it's okay, you know what I'm saying, to pay a white girl, you know what I'm saying, to get a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, you know, fake love or whatever, as long as it's like that. But any other woman, it's they this, they that, it's their culture, it's prostitution, it's this and it's that. You know what I'm saying? So they get into it with Abba and Preach, because Abba and Preach be saying some real shit. And they kind of get to kind of talking some racist stuff. So what can we call that? Black on black racism? Because like, look, I came over here. When I came from Africa, my mom ain't from here. Oh, and Trump talking about the kids of immigrants is gonna get their citizenships revoked. So I could get my citizenship revoked if Trump get in office. Yes, that might make me vote for him. Cause I want to get the fuck out of here. You ain't got to send me through ICE or nothing. I just leave. You know what I'm saying? And if I ain't a citizen, I ain't got to pay no taxes. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't say the kids are immigrants. So I leave my house, everything to my daughter. I get the hell up out of here real fast. You know what I'm saying? Messing with Trump ass. But nah, so we gonna get them analytics together. You know what I'm saying? My phone died on me. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to do my analytics today. I'm gonna try. Matter of fact, you know what? Do me a favor, Rosie. Bring me that my other phone in there that got the controller thing connected to it. Bring me that. So yeah, we gonna get this thing in order. You know what I'm saying? And hop right in to these topics and everything like that. So let me get this straight. I gotta wait on Rose World to bring me my thing. Yeah, alright, cool. Alright, we all tapped in. We gonna get this thing smoking. Let me get these analytics straight and we gonna slide right in. I know what time it is. Mac World live at 5. Let's go. Mac World live at 5, baby. You already know what's going on. It's your boy Sean Mac in the building. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Tool Gang on deck. Ricky Williams, my brother, welcome back, man. I know you hated coming back to the States, but welcome back, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Said he was in Hawaii. I know that shit was lovely. You know what I'm saying? EB on deck, fresh on deck. You know what I'm saying? We in this thing, you know. I got my what could I call her? My moderator, you know what I'm saying, over here. She moderates something, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it ain't on computers. It ain't on computers. But nah, we over here chilling, kicking it, man. It's hot. It's like 80, 81 degrees. What's the temperature like in Chicago right now, Fresh? Let me know. Let me know where the temperature at, where y'all at, people. Cause we in Milwaukee, it's 81 degrees. It's getting hot. You know what I'm saying? You know what's finna start happening when they get hot outside. You finna start getting these crimes. You know what I'm saying? And today, for the first clip, man, we ain't gonna say the first crime of June, you know what I'm saying? But you got a precursor of what you got to expect, you know what I'm saying, coming up. And the way this dude handled it is funny.
It continues to happen.
Yeah.
Now you have a store clerk who has been indicted for involuntary manslaughter because he decided to lock the door when a gunman shoplifting $5 worth of items. Let's put up the picture full mass. We have to value human life better than this. El Hassan, a Detroit gas station clerk, has been charged with involuntary manslaughter after locking customers in a store with a man who made good on his threat to shoot people if the doors were not unlocked. Court records show that on Saturday, May 6th, around 3 a.m., Ayash was working at the mobile gas station when Samuel McCray attempted to make less than a $4 purchase. McCray attempted to pay for an iced tea and donuts on his credit card, but the bank declined the payment. McCray still wanted the items, even though he could not pay for them, according to prosecutors. Ayash was adamant to Mr. McCray. He could not leave with.
Nigga said, look, I want this damn iced tea and these damn donuts, and ain't nothing gonna stop me. And he was finna go in for them donuts and shit. Hey, you behind that glass. Look, it's people out here going through shit in the world. Nigga just wanted his donuts and his iced tea, and the bank denied him his money. You know what I'm saying? And he ready to snap. This a real person. You know what I'm saying? You behind that glass back there. You want to lock the door when he want to leave with these donuts. Man, there's crazy ass people out here. So we done locked the folks in with the shooter. Let's go. Let's listen to it.
Without rendering proper payment, causing the customer to become increasingly hostile. McCray became very agitated and continued to argue with the clerk. The evidence would show that eventually, unknown to the three men, the clerk pushed a security button. That eventually, unknown to the three men, he pushed a security button, to unlock the door, but failed to tell the men seconds before McCray began shooting at the three individuals. That's according to a press release written by the assistant prosecutor, Maria Miller. According to Wayne County Assistant Prosecutor Anna Pasagian, Ayash locked the doors to prevent Mr. McCray from leaving, also trapping inside the space three completely innocent, non-involved customers. The attorney, Jamil Kuja, is representing Ayash and says his client called the police and only locked the door to stop McCray from leaving. For nearly 8 minutes, the customers were stuck inside the store begging to be released. The trio even offered to pay the damn $5, but the clerk would not yield.
Man, dude, and bring that Sharia law shit over here. Like, bro, let this nigga leave with these damn donuts. And then if it's a matter of his car getting declined and the people like, dude, we'll pay for the dude. He was like, no, no, nobody's going to leave. Nobody's going to leave. Got some people shot up trying to do some Sharia law, Ben Al Salmon ass shit in the fucking gas station, dude. And then got people shot up and shit, man. That shit ridiculous. Do y'all following this? Let's see what the Tool Gang got to say, man. Fresh say, I know he pissed all the way around. He probably thought he did everything right through. It did everything right too. And he said, I bet you Mobile ain't got no statement. We know they ain't staffing shit. Nah. Look, this was going on, man. They turn around and say they gonna get, they doing this under the guise of wanting to do right and all this and that and the third. Come on, man. I guarantee you, it's certain people that had their car got declined, dude would have been nice. If it's people that wanted to pay for the person, they would have been nice, and he would have let them pay. He would have just wanted his money. You know what I'm saying? This particular person, he like, oh, I want to call. I want the police to come for this person over these damn donuts. You already got your car declined. You ain't get your iced tea. You ain't get your donuts, and now this motherfucker done locked you in, and you can't. And the police coming for you now too. What's that? What's the name of that movie where dude snapped? He was like on his way home. He was like like he just was having a badass day. He got out of his car in the middle of the road and just start walking home and shit. And everybody that fucked with him that day, he just, instead of I think it was called Falling Down or something like that. Is that the name of it? Y'all know what I'm talking about? It was like a white dude. It was a white dude with he wore a glass. He had a box cut. Yep. I think it was Falling Down, but dude was like super agitated that day. It was like something happening and it ended with him getting killed by the cops at the end of the movie. But like, nah, I be some people, man, it be the straw that broke the camel's back. You be behind the glass like, no, nobody's going to leave. Hey, and I swear to God, that shit sound funny, right? But check this out. Like, I remember going to the gas station one time, right? And it's a dude, he worked at the Arabs around here. They own the same ones that run the liquor stores, run the gas stations, right? And so I knew dude from before I moved down to the east side. He was a young Arab dude. And I done gave him rides to work a few times and shit, right? So check out what this motherfucker did. He at the liquor store. I give him a ride from the liquor store to the gas station where he had to work at. Then I go in the gas station and try to get a blunt. This motherfucker tell me I don't got my ID. He not finna sell me no blunt. I'm sitting there at the window thinking like, dude, my ID, you know me, man. Like, come on, man. You been in the car with my kids. Like, dude, give me them blunts, man. Why you stop playing with me, dude? And dude was on some Sharia law shit. No. Nobody's going to get a blunt. You know what I'm saying? He hopped on some of that shit with me over the fucking blunts and shit, man. Dude, I was so fucking pissed. I'm like, dude, you serious? You really not finna give me no motherfucking blunts, man? And dude hopped on some more like I was nothing. Like, I have no time for this. Next. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right. I'm talking about, you know how they got shit up on the counter by the glass where you check out? Man, I knocked all that shit off the counter. I knocked everything off that motherfucker, picked up the garbage can by the door and threw that motherfucker. And he tried to hurry up and go, and he had to go to the other end of the counter to hit the thing to lock the door, and he ain't hit it in time. He was smacking that motherfucker, but I had already had the door open and pushed my way out of there. Dude was trying to lock me in, you know what I'm saying? But nah, they be trying to Sharia law at them gas stations and shit, man. And ain't nobody with that weak ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Michael Douglas. That's dude's name, Michael Douglas. Yep. And yeah, dude was like, no, nobody's going to leave. Like, he tried to Sharia law that shit, bro. And nah, that's why this dude right here, man, this was a waste of life, bro, trying to pull some of that shit, man. This ain't motherfucking. Man, what's one of them cities over there? Qatar. I know that sounds super racial, but this ain't Qatar, bro. Qatar, whatever, however that shit spelled, man. Let's go.
Okay, there's more. The witness said he even begged Mr. McCray, please, man, don't shoot us. We don't got nothing to do with this. And he started shooting. When the clerk did unlock the door, he failed to inform anyone of his decision, according to the attorney. Before noting 15 seconds later, McCray pulled out a gun and started wildly blasting in the store. The man shot 3 people, 60-year-old Anthony Bowden, Langston, and his friend, 37-year-old Gregory Kelly. Kelly was killed. He's dead. Officers arrived after the shooting, and McCray was identified and later arrested. So while McCray has been charged with first-degree murder, 2 counts of attempted murder, felon in possession of a firearm, and 4 counts of felony firearm, the prosecutor said during an arraignment on Friday, May 19th, the clerk's actions escalated the situation and directly led to Kelly's killing. Legal analysts say the prosecution will never be able to make that man criminally liable for the murder because he did not intend to pull the trigger. Still, if convicted of this charge, he could face up to 15 years in prison, according to the Detroit News.
And not only that, but I don't know if y'all know, even in the case whenever it's somebody get killed, and you can't get them criminally, you could always get them for the wrongful death. Like I know they could sue dude and he a gas station owner. They could sue the shit out the gas station for wrongful death. For the clerk locking them in there with somebody while he was shooting, like they don't. You got the right to protect your merchandise, but you don't have the right to basically imprison nobody in no life or death situation. And that's basically what he did. Just trying to, like I said, trying to Sharia law that shit. Like, bro, let this nigga out with these damn donuts for you get somebody killed and shit. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, like they said, if he get convicted, he facing up to 15 years.
Employees
crazy, y'all.
Have been noted, especially lately, prioritizing property over life. Okay, let's put it up. Stories like the death of Banko Brown, who was fatally shot at a Walgreens because of Walgreens security for an alleged theft, or the Dollar General employee who hit a man with a car over an alleged theft. Now, there's some irony to the original story that I just presented to you that must be highlighted. Okay, they have charged him with involuntary manslaughter. Likely, it is a difficult charge to prove based on the elements or the statute that's listed for the state. But they charged him. To send a message, they charged him. An officer, if they do something similar, they never get charged with anything like this because they were acting in a way congruent to the law.
You know he was behind some glass, really.
Let's be clear. Do you think the clerk alone made this decision, or is there a policy directive in that store? Does this connect back to a management or ownership dynamic to do this when there's a shoplifter?
So what do y'all, let me see, what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about, you know, 2 things, I guess you could say. The prioritizing of the merchandise over the people, because on one hand, man, I know how folks think, right? Like don't do the crime because you don't know what the consequences could be, right? But this shit is a little bit excessive, I think, for people to be dying over shoplifting. It remind me of the Bill Cosby pound cake thing or whatever, when he was talking about somebody got shot for stealing or something like that, or people was getting shot, and he was like, what they doing stealing pound cake? And it was kind of funny because you would think he was finna say something insightful, or you know what I'm saying? But that's a famous, I know y'all heard of the Bill Cosby pound cake speech or whatever, right? Like, you know, so it's this one of them pound cake situations and shit, man. Do black people deserve to die for the bare minimum, you know what I mean? Or just whatever, however? Because, man, this shit is getting crazy out here. And not just black people, people in general. Cause I feel like, man, if I seen a dirty, dusty Asian, white person, black person, whatever, stealing some donuts and a juice or something like that, and I'm a clerk or something, and I think he could be dangerous to other people in the store, I'm not gonna subject them to whatever he might be going through. You know what I mean? That's something that I think, like Rashad Ritchie, like he just asked, do y'all think it was a policy directive on part of the gas station, the franchise, or do y'all think that was an individual call from the gas station clerk? I think it was the gas station clerk. No, nobody's leaving. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that was dude. Like, I think he was on that shit, but it could have, if it's a policy directive, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother thing. That's just bad policy, bad faith policy. You know what I mean? That could lead some people to getting, it's a policy that has obviously and will continue to lead people to getting killed. We got inflation, we got crime, we got shit like that that's gonna lead to goods being stolen. The last thing we need to do is start executing people on the spot for it. And like, I hate a thief. Don't get me wrong. I'm not giving no thieves no excuses or nothing like that. But I'm just saying, this is what I'm saying right here.
Come on, man.
Like, you gotta be like, come on, man. Cause folks need to do the time for the crime if you could catch them. Some people not violent criminals, man. I done known good people in bad situations, Rosie, you know what I'm saying? They had to rob, steal, and kill to survive, you know what I'm saying? And prostitute. Nah, I'm just talking shit. They know I'm joking with you. But nah, for real though. So, just some situations, man, where you don't want to escalate it by basically kicking some, essentially, and I know y'all might see this differently, especially I know my boy Rick, he be zero tolerance, like, nope, nobody don't need to get away with nothing. But I don't believe sometimes, man, especially in this economy, in kicking poor people when they down and shit. You know what I mean? Let me see what the Tool Gang got to say. Rick say, I'm willing to bet that he was behind some glass. You already know it. And then knowing he done been stole from at least 12 times. Yeah, like, come on, man. You know it, it's common. And I guarantee you, it's some people that he done seen in there that he done seen steal before. But like I said, he chose to take a different route. You know what I mean? It's always at the discretion of the owner. You know what I'm saying? It's never not at the discretion of the owner or whatnot. So that's what that is, man. That's how I feel about that. But it's like I talked about bad faith policy. That lead me to this next video. Now, we see a lot of these videos, like this next video I'm finna show y'all, right? Where we have male and female dating coaches, advice, whatever you want to call it. They date, they give advice, you know, shit like that. But if y'all notice, a lot of this stuff is only for the vulnerable. It's only for the people that really don't got no damn choice, but they don't know no better than to believe this stuff. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people not just believing this stuff at face value. However, I always say this. I say this and I'm gonna continue to say it. Popularity is a hell of an influencer. So in this internet age, you got people that's popular, and that tends for people to follow them and to emulate them. You know what I mean? And so we got this lady, and y'all probably done seen her before. And y'all probably done seen this lady before. So she back giving more bad advice. However, this time Auntie checked her ass. And this what I've been waiting on. Cause I always ask this question about these women that think like this. Like, they talk about men in this certain way. And then I always wonder, like, what happened if you have a son? You know what I mean? You gonna teach him to be that type of man that you talking about? Need to just drop everything and pay for everything and do, like, it sound good when it's going your way. But what about if you got a son, right? And we gonna cook on that like that. Let's go.
Wants you to know, and I quote, "My son will never pay your daughter's rent." So you may be asking, why would a mother with a son say something like this? Well, with the increase of confusion when it comes to modern dating, different women today are taking different approaches and how how they want to date. One of those approaches is basically just becoming straight escorts. Yes, they're out here selling cheeks.
Celibate. They out here celibate. Celibate here, celibate
Can't make this shit
there.
up, and I won't, because I actually have proof. Literally, the average day woman today is pretty much turning into an escort, and it's not every one of them, right? I'm talking about the way a good number of these women are starting to view relationships, and it really is starting with these dating coaches that are teaching women to extract resources, specifically to extract resources from men, because they have nothing else to offer besides their money. One of the people who's really like championing this approach to dating for women and has been teaching them this is this YouTuber by the name of Shira7. She's got this sprinkle tagline. You've probably have heard of her before. If you haven't, here's a little bit about what she's about. Let's get it.
If you're on a date and they're looking at another woman, look at cars. Because a man can be cute and broke and he knows you ain't going nowhere. But looking at cars is totally different. Oh my God, look, there's a Bentley. I wonder who's driving that. You know, that way he sees. You're not looking at looks, you're looking at money. I mean, yeah. Don't look at other men, look at cars. That'll get them.
I'm not bringing nothing to the table, baby. Sprinkle. If you want a woman to bring something to the table, go to IHOP. Go to the restaurant where you can tip her, baby. Sprinkle. Because if I bring something to the table, you're going to be mad because it's going to be another man who's going to not ask me to bring something to the table. He's going to take care of the bill, them kids, and everybody else. And you, if you look broke.
How do you ask men for money without feeling bad? Like this. Do you want to make me happy right now? Yeah, of course I do. I want to make you happy too. But later on. Well, what do you want? No, I don't know. I don't know if I should tell you yet. Come on, what is it? Then whisper in his ear like this. I want you to take me to the ATM and give me as much money as you choose. It's kind of a kink. I just want to see what you're going to give. It's gonna be like, okay, let's go. Then you're going to say, no, never mind. You're going to tease them a little bit. You're going to say, never mind. How about the next time we see each other, you just bring it to them? There you go. It's a challenge. He already know he wants to do
This hoe is disgusting.
and you know what that do. So you got to break out of shyness.
Never take offense from a broke man's mouth. If a broke man is saying something, I mean, no one should take offense to it. They're in survival. They're saying whatever they got to say to have a chance at survival, to have a chance at a woman that they can't afford, to have a chance at something that they can't afford or put their money towards, you know. So we can't really blame them for what they say and what comes out of their mouth because they're literally just in survival mode. That's why you shouldn't even just deal with them and ignore them and keep it moving. Don't sit there and argue with somebody in survival mode. They're trying to survive. You sitting here comfy and cozy and with your little glass of wine and they stealing the Wi-Fi from the neighbor with an electric blanket and you sitting over here arguing with that Dusty and you don't even know, okay? And they calling everybody simp because, you know, they sitting over there stealing Wi-Fi and an electric blanket because they ain't got.
You know, these dating coaches or whatever that give these women this advice, they always tell them about these dudes, like she talking about, you sitting with your glass of wine comfy and cozy and he's stealing Wi-Fi and got an electric blanket. Man, I don't know what side of town she on, and I don't know what side of the United States she on, but it ain't a lot of girls out here nowadays sitting around just cozy and comfy with no wine. It be these girls in survival mode. As a matter of fact, what she preaching is some survival mode ass shit. Cause you don't even gotta play these games like this when you got your own shit. When you as a person have worked to get your own, you get to date for love. You get to actually date somebody because you feeling that person. What she talking about right here, slick on the slide, is some survival mode shit. You know what I'm saying? A chick who got her own money get to do what she want with a dude because she like the dude and she could do it or she could not do it and she could walk away. You right here, you basically trying to come up with fancy, cool, hip ways to tell a girl to like price herself out, put a price on herself. You know what I'm saying? And that's survival mode. And shit just crazy, man. And Rick say she's sitting up here with the knockoff glasses. You know what I'm saying? Talking about what dudes can and can't afford and tell them this and tell them that. But it's the bottom line about a lot of this mentality is this, like I always said, what happened if you have a son? We finna find out. Let's go. Let's listen to some more of this BS. Then we gonna listen to what Auntie said back to her.
I know he and calling us gold diggers, but it's literally just living in survival mode. So why would we take any of those types of men seriously? And they're mad because we don't want them. Whoop. Next.
So you need to let it be known that you are spoiled.
Okay.
She
Like when
look
they say,
just like my ex,
you know, when you get to
talk
know
like
someone and
her,
they're like, oh, okay, so why are
same
you still single?
stupid,
Or, you know, they always
wanna
ask
be
that question, why are
smart
you still single?
mentality.
I'm too spoiled. I'm very spoiled. I grew up getting what I wanted. I'm just very spoiled, and a lot of people aren't able to give me the same type of treatment that I was used to growing up. You know, I'm very spoiled. Can you handle it? Oh, what do you mean you're spoiled? Yeah, I mean, just I've always had nice things, gone to nice places, and so that's what I'm kind of used to. And some people
Who
weren't,
wanna be with
and
somebody
it
like
just
this though? Like
it gets nasty, or
what type of
resent me
man
because
with
my
any
parents,
self-respect would be with
were
somebody
together.
like her?
Not my fault. Just
And so, after millions of women have embraced this new approach to extracting resources from men because they view men as that's really all they have to offer, a mother noticed and said, "My son will never pay your daughter's rent." And in response to that woman and women who think and move and navigate the dating market like her, this is what she has to say. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
Let me do this special announcement from my son that he don't know about, but yeah, it's coming from him. It's a special announcement through his mother. My son will never, ever be paying any of y'all daughters' rent, electricity bill, phone bill, or any of that type of shit while he's dating your daughters. You understand? Because the expectation is that when your daughter reaches womanhood, you would have prepared her to be a woman and be able to take care of her damn self. Okay? There are stages as a girl, you develop into a woman, you hopefully become a wife, and then a mother. And when you become a wife, yeah, that's when your husband hopefully will be the provider and take care of everything in terms of that household and all that kind of stuff. And that's exactly what I'm raising my son to be prepared to do. But if you motherfuckers think that my son, while he's a man in manhood, if y'all think that my son is going to be walking around here dating women and paying their damn rents and everything else like he's somebody's gump,
Right.
you must be crazy.
Okay. Let's go.
And the only way he would do it is if his father got into him and told him, hey, if they want to be treated like tricks, trick they. You understand? And I don't want them to have to be like that. But know this, you better be telling your daughters that if they out here talking trick language, they're going to attract tricks.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Trick language don't attract respectful men. And a lot of people have to understand that. You want to say, ain't no man like this, ain't no man. Well, who's you talking? What you looking for? If you looking for somebody to meet you after the first week and pay your damn bills, guess what? I've been with an NFL player that didn't do that.
Right.
Or for the first week. Folks ain't stupid out here, smart individuals, but yeah, desperate men, are. But is that what you want? So just for the record, man.
Yeah, hey, she spitting some real facts. That shit, trick language attract tricks. I met that fine ass girl I told y'all about with Jose. Jose pay for everything. Jose cook. Jose clean. Jose do what a Jose. You know what I'm saying? That's why his name is Jose. You know what I'm saying? That's his job. It's his name and his his role and shit, right? So she talking about when she come here and she trying to stay with me. I'm like, you gonna cook? Nah, cause Jose do it. You gonna clean? Nah, cause Jose do it. You know what I'm saying? Jose pay the bills. You gonna put something on the bills? Jose pays all the bills, all that shit. So I had to ask her, I said, why the fuck ain't you with Jose? Why you even here? If Jose just do, cause I want a real man. He just lets me get whatever I want. So when you not getting what you want to get what you want. When you getting what you want, you don't want to get what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that was the way, this way. The way is that way. You know what I'm saying? But no, that's how it is though. She thought she was getting everything she wanted from him. And he was the type of dude like simped out, do what she say, thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Jose, do what a Jose. And it ain't get him nowhere. She's still at my house talking down about the man. Rick say, I didn't get my wife a dime until we got married. Shout out to Rick, man. You know what I'm saying? And his wife too. Shout out to you and your lady, man. Yeah, man, all this shit they trying to do to train these women to like try to break these young men down before they get a chance to build something. Don't think this ain't no agenda shit. don't think this ain't no agenda shit. When she giving this advice, she know who she giving this advice to. She not telling no girls that then grew up out in the suburbs with their mom and they dad to meet no dude and tell them that you spoiled and he handle it and I just wanted you to take me to the ATM and all that. Man, that sound like some pretty woman prostitute scripts. Don't nobody go through no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't preaching that shit to, you only preaching that shit to girls you think is susceptible to wanting to do anything for some money because they might be underprivileged or whatever. You know what I mean? But I got a daughter, man, and I hate when I see these old ass hoes trying to get like young girls to like price themselves out and all that shit. Just cause you ain't find love don't mean you need to start trying to, man, conflate it with escorting and shit and put a dollar amount on emotions. Let's go.
Ain't nobody son taking care of your daughter when she in womanhood, when she's supposed to be out here able to establish herself and pay for herself. In a lot of cultures, that's why when them girls hit womanhood, they don't leave their parents' house until they hit wife. Because the father is still responsible for them girls until they hit wife. You, with your sprinkle, think that while your daughters is out here supposed to be women taking care of themselves, that our sons is supposed to be taking care of them. Nah, you skipping a step, baby.
I'm sorry, she's going off right now, but you know what? Let's let her finish. She's almost done.
So if that's the case, keep your damn daughters home with you until they do find husbands. Because my son will not be taking care of them while he's dating them, okay? Who wants a woman that's a damn charity case and can't pay for her own nails or anything like that? He will definitely be giving her gifts and everything, but nah, we ain't doing charity, son.
Right.
We ain't dealing with no needy women or men.
All right, so you know what's interesting is it takes a mother to have a son to be honest about female nature. A lot of the times women have to be outside of the situation for them to truly see just how sneaky, cold-blooded women can be. And you may be asking, well, why is it always about women being cold-blooded? Because society reminds women all the time that men are cold-blooded, right? We know men can be dangerous. We know a man who's not in his right mindset and frame of emotion is a danger to society. But also, a woman.
We don't really
right?
look at the women like that, because even with like human trafficking and stuff like that, they talk about it. So many women that do it, and like men kind of use a woman to do it, and women will do it themselves, because it ain't a lot of laws to catch women that do it, and it ain't a lot of laws on the books for women. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to things in those regards. So a lot of the shit they do to other women fly under the radar.
Dangerous in a woman who uses her femininity, her beauty, etc., to cause destruction in your life, whether it's financially, emotionally, etc. Men have died because of traps set by women, because of dealing with the wrong type of woman, fighting over women, etc. Now, with that being said, this mom's able to see, and it's always interesting to me, like mothers with sons, they get it. They'll be more hardcore and vicious towards who that son is dating than even the father, right? And with that being said, I want to talk about the type of women that I think a lot of these women usually are when they get to this point where their main goal is to extract resources from men. These are often the type of women, in my opinion, and you guys let me know if you agree, who are too damaged, much too damaged to want to do the work to heal. Not that they can't heal, but they understand that, wow, I am selfish. I don't think I can get along with somebody long term. I like not sharing my stuff. I kind of have a temper issue and I can't get on a man's program, at least not the type of man I want program, right? Highly successful man, etc. I would rather be by myself because I haven't built the type of skills necessary to cooperate with the man. And so what does it turn into? It turns into this mindset of get mine at any cost. And F these men, they have nothing to offer besides money, at least for them.
It turned into a mindset of projection. You know what I mean? All them problems you got with yourself, all them things you don't like about yourself, but you don't want to fix. What it make you do is just go look for problems in other people. You know, a lot of finger pointing, a lot of excuse making people, they like that. that's where the basis of like misery, love, and company come from. You got all these things that you don't like about yourself, and instead of working on yourself, you says, you know what, I'm gonna just bring somebody else down to my level, or meet somebody that I see think they like they self, and see if I can get them to feel the way I feel about myself and shit. That's what it be. I be seeing that with a lot of girls, man. They be like, they be this meme. They be like, I just want to love the same person. I just want to love, hate, fight, something, this, that, the same person. And it's like, yeah, that's all y'all want. Y'all just want one person that's like a punching bag that's gonna be there for some love, some hate. Like I say, like I call it an emotional dumpster. They don't want to just like girls be talking about they love hard. Yeah, they'll love you hard. They'll hate your ass hard too. They'll bust them love hard girls are the ones that'll break your shit and turn around and cry to you and shit, but then turn around and break your shit again. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. You want somebody, you know, that's mature and that's respectful. All that loving hard and I'm crazy when I'm in love and all that shit. Nah, you ain't gonna do that crazy shit around here. Or guess what? You ain't gonna never get that far to loving me, because I don't like that crazy shit. I don't find that shit cute. I remember one of my exes thought I was talking to a girl. I was actually talking to her sister, because I was trying to get her, borrow her sister car to go to my boxing class or whatever, go to my little boxing session. And she thought I was talking to a girl. She picked a chair up in the kitchen, and mind you, I'm on the second floor. She picked a chair up in the kitchen and throw it clean through the glass window. Clean through the window. I'm like, yeah, all right, I ain't even bother saying nothing. And then when her sister come, pull up outside, I just walked out, got in the car. I know she was salty. Like, you think you always, you know what I'm saying, trying to make somebody, when girls get mad, they want everybody to, what it say, hell have no fury, like a woman scorn and shit. Like, man, that shit for real, for real. But yeah, it's crazy though. Let's go.
And so we're going to check out some of these comments, of course. What do you guys think of what the mother had to say about her sons as she sees what these women are doing, how they're moving out here? And also, how would you guys protect your sons from women who are actively trying to take advantage of them financially? Let's check out a few of these comments to see what the other people have to say. First comment here from a man says, if he met the right one, he will. Yeah, of course. She said that too. And I think he may not understand that she literally said if that's his wife, then yes, he could provide for her, but he's not going to be a trick if she can do anything to help that. Here's another comment from another woman that says, listen, once my son hit adult status, I'm not running his life nor money. And another man responded to that and said, I hope your son puts you in a nursing home. That's hilarious. Now that chick who's like, once he hits adult status, this is why women can't properly raise up men to be responsible men in society, because they just can't wait to get you out of the house. They don't view it as
like she said, like she gonna throw him to the dogs. Like once he hit adult status, it's just over for him. Like that's still your damn son. So you gonna sit up. You know what'd be funny? You know what'd be ironic? What if her son meet a woman, an older woman, her age? Right when you done put him out the house, or you figure he an adult, here go a woman that could be your damn friend, taking him into her house and shit. Like, come on, Junior. And just working your son. Got him around there working his ass. What you gonna do? Well, he's an adult. I'm not gonna get involved, man. Working your damn son. You ain't shit. He needed his daddy around, and your ass couldn't prepare him for these hoes out here like you. You know what I'm saying?
It's my job. It's not in their nature, right? It's my job to raise you to know how to carry yourself in this world. And you're raising a weakling, right, who has to figure it out for himself. Here's another comment that says, these women in the comments agreeing, but I guarantee if they mess with a man, they're going to want them to pay their bills. With the laughing emojis, make it make sense, please. Here's another comment, of course, another person that doesn't understand it. She's not talking about a man providing in the sense of a relationship, long-lasting, loving relationship. She's talking about being a trick. Here's another comment that says, these sprinkle heifers mad. He says, laughing emojis. Another comment from another woman that says, what's wrong with minding our business as mothers? Letting our grown children be grown and do what they want. My son's business ain't none of mine.
You notice everybody that basically talking about like, man, if whatever happened to my son, first of all, I bet you they ain't got no sons why they talking about their hypothetical son. Second of all, it's like you only see the women up there saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna see no son saying that shit. And then these mothers lying their ass off anyway. These them same mothers that would definitely try to fight the girlfriend or the baby mama for their son and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, them mothers, they ain't finna sit up there and let their son get up and get worked by no woman and all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the ones that will, they just sorry, like he said. They ain't got what it takes to raise a man and prepare a man for what he gonna go through out here in the world. So they just sit up and, you know what I'm saying, do that shit like that, do that shit the goofy way, man. Just try to be like hands off with it. I don't know. All these dating coaches, man. To me, it's something wrong with them and shit. It's something psychologically wrong with them. And like the male, that's a female dating coach, lady. You got male dating coaches too, particularly the most popular ones, Fresh and Fit. And in this last clip, you know, Fresh and Fit, they've been getting called out for a bunch of fake shit they've been doing, man. These are the most squarest niggas on the planet. You could tell they ain't got no hoes. They wouldn't even be having no platform if it wasn't for the internet, but they real anti-black. You know what I'm saying? They would buy Rosie dirty drawers. They love white girls, Fresh and Fit. You know what I'm saying? They love some white girls and shit, right? So they on here, man, talking some old borderline racist shit. Let me see. I'm gonna let y'all see what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Today's topic, I guess Fresh and Fit ended her career with last night's live stream.
Yeah. I think we're the first ones really calling them out at this point. They've been lying to y'all for years, and they're fresh and fraud. Yo, Prince is like it looks like a fucking.
You should see him build momentum. What the
Yo, every time this thing, I got a problem with you.
Imagine them.
Nigga looks like a monkey. Preacher's over there looking like Magilla Gorilla and Donkey Kong having a baby. Like, what's going on? Preach like uses his head. Look
No, reach, stop, reach, listen to me.
That these dudes have been talking shit for years. And I think the thing is that they've been kind of coasting on is you got to fight fire with fire.
And we're going to be nice guys. We're going to toss your salad apple.
Bro, no. We got some accessories here. Okay. I got some apples and peaches here, as y'all can see. Okay. Some grapefruit.
Yeah.
Then we also got
and peaches.
Some milk as well.
Have you seen how Reach goes clubbing? He clubs the bitch over there like a fucking caveman. Yo, Reach, I don't even believe in this theory, but you gotta evolve. Whoa. You gotta evolve, bro. No. I'm not racist. I'm not racist. I'm half black.
Wow, man. Welcome to Fresh and Fit, Yo, we don't give a fuck.
If you guys didn't understand the stereotype, it's that black people are not evolved. And so he's saying Preach is an unevolved black person, essentially doing.
Now what's so funny is the dude right here with the Milli Vanilli wig on. He like Arab, like he like Moroccan or something. Like he's some type of like a African country towards the Middle East, or like a Middle Eastern country or something like that. Dude, real name is it's like Abdu something, like it's something crazy, man. And he's sitting up, and they always got shit to say about black people though. And the one dude barely speak English. Then you got this Arab dude right here. Man, this shit crazy. Somebody really do need to slap the hell out of them for real.
In the islands, we say Banabati man. Straight!
Do you boo-boo? Do you boo-boo? Oh yeah! I fucking preach! I wear lick windows for fun! I'm a fucking retard! You let me talk shit on the internet! I'll free you! I got a problem with you!
Yo! That nigga call me goofy? Look at you, bro. You're goofy.
Gay. Any man that can boogie is a homosexual.
Bro, you are a fucking nigga,
nigga puts on the song, Lady Gaga. Yes, man, it's gonna be okay. These niggas are roasting me. It's gonna be okay. What the fuck is going on? Welcome. Gonna be okay. Gonna be okay.
Hey, they really doing this for the one white dude there. Like they entertaining the white dude. Like, you notice he getting the most kick out of it and shit. Like, bro, who y'all, like, ultimately, who y'all making look bad doing this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if nobody even know who y'all talking about. Like, y'all not saying nothing about who y'all talking about. Y'all just acting real stupid. Like, this shit dumb as fuck, bro.
Yeah, he's chewing his Ethernet. Hey, Rich. Yo, Rich, you're overdosing on the warrior gene, bro.
Fat ugly white. I need to dance. I need to get the.
That's in my language too, actually.
See, you need to put on a seatbelt screen.
Stop. Reach, I could KO you, but don't fucking throw that spear. These are disgusting animals. That's why they look like animals. These guys are fucking animals, bro. Dude, he fucking runs with all fours like a fucking animal.
Okay.
Then they let the white dude get in on the racism and shit too. Like, like, dog, I hate a sellout. They major sellouts though. They ain't even had no reason to really go after Abba and Priest like that. But you know, except that Abba and Priest channel way better than theirs and shit. And they should be, and they do be grilling fresh and fit though every time them niggas end up in some stupid situations, which they put theyself in. You know what I'm saying? Shit funny as hell.
I don't know what in Clayton Bigsby you guys were thinking. Okay.
Uncle Ruckus, no relation.
I don't know how you guys did it, but you guys made a more embarrassing response than H3H3 by like a long mile.
Oh my days. They don't even know. I don't think they're smart enough to understand what they just did. They're not smart enough.
I think they know that they have negative feelings about black people.
No, I don't think they do. So to them, I don't think they even comprehend that.
I disagree. I think some people just got anti-black sentiments and they just don't want to acknowledge it. Just because you don't want to acknowledge it doesn't mean you don't know it's there. That's like, you know, you got a mess under the table, bitch. Just because you didn't look, don't mean you don't know it's there.
What you're saying?
You got a white dude coming on talking about spear chucking, like using every racist trope I'd ever heard from a white racist in regards to black people. Mm-hmm. You're out here making monkey noises about a black person. I mean, you could just drop the hard N-E-E-R on the N-word because it's the same shit.
Might as well. Spear chucking, that's messed up. But whatever.
Even the warrior gene. They're basically trying to say black people are animals.
I understand. He's
using scientific language.
You already said that.
Yeah.
You already said that. Yeah. And you enabled that fucking goober to say that.
Watching them run around and do these kinds of poses for 30 minutes, I'm like, okay, I guess this is just how high-value men act in the privacy of their home.
Yes.
When they mad about something, they don't make business moves. They don't do things strategically. They just run around like monkeys.
They make monkeys. That's a high value.
That's a high value man.
That's a high value.
This guy's apparently now the new leader of the Red Pill.
Yes.
Okay. And this is what he's like.
That's our value.
On camera. Imagine behind closed doors. So I'm just saying.
I mean, monkey noise and put a wig on and parade around.
I've known many great leaders. I don't think I've ever seen one act as embarrassing as him.
Bro, you are a fucking homo.
That's a rebuttal. You do contemporary dance, therefore you're gay. That's Abba does salsa, so that's it.
Imagine doing a dance with women where you go out to a place and you dance with women pretty much the entire evening, and that's gay.
Probably six dudes in there. 6 dudes in there doing monkey noises and laughing and high-fiving each other. And
oh girl, he was salsaing with had a little. She was dragging that wagon. What you mean? Shit, maybe I need to learn the salsa. Catch me a little mommy. I like it like that. Looking ass. Let's go.
To you, the apex of masculinity is you chilling with a bunch of dudes high-fiving each other in a room. Well, meanwhile, we dancing with girls, and that's what makes us gay. That's how you think. That's your logic.
I think they mention that because they think it hurts us or they would hurt our fan base. But if you're secure in who you are and your masculinity, it doesn't bother you whether someone calls you gay or not.
Nope.
It's never bothered me. Because one, I know I'm straight. Two, I don't need to project that outward. I don't care if you think I'm straight or not. Because I'm not trying to fuck you. Who cares? Why would I care what random men think about my sexuality? Sometimes I think it's funny because in the black community, they're like so obsessed with not seeming gay that they'll be like, pause. Even I like to play into that because it's just funny to me to like be like, oh, that, right? It's a caricature of a character. But if you ask me like, oh, Ab, are you gay? I'm like,
I ain't never in my life said no homo. Cause when I say some shit, I'm not homo. So it ain't no, I don't have to state no homo. Even if you taking it gay or you taking it homo or, you know, vaginal or whatever, however you taking it, don't mean I'm saying it that way. So I ain't finna say shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never said like, oh, yada, yada, pause. Nothing, ain't no pause, ain't no none of that. You hear shit how you want to take it. Niggas, we talking about some gay stuff. So why would you think I'm saying something like that? Like, so nah, I felt like that's more of a giveaway than anything. If you say something and you talking about something in general, but then you got to throw in no homo, like, nah, you thought about how it could be took in a fruity way, and that's on you. That's the way your mind working. I ain't never get into that.
sure, whatever. I really don't give a fuck. That has never been something that bothered me. But anyways, as for all the whole racist tirade,
it is what it is. I mean,
it is what it is. I'm just saying, if a white person had said even half this shit on their own podcast, that shit would never fly.
But a white person did.
A white person could never get away with coming up here. And let me also say this. It's not better because it comes from a black person.
No, it's not better.
In fact, I think sometimes it's even worse.
Uncle Ruckus.
Because under the veil of like, this is somehow acceptable, we're perpetuating and thinking it's acceptable to refer to black people as monkeys. Even if an Asian person wants to come out here and do braided eyes and going ching ching, I don't think that's acceptable either. It's not because you belong to a group that all of a sudden all your incredibly racist actions, like, I don't think YouTube would ever allow people to get up here and call other black people, whether it's a black person or not, the N-word with a hard ER. Right? Why? Because we all recognize even if it comes from a black person, that shit's still wrong. So there's just a bunch of weird stuff that's happening here. But y'all roll how y'all want to roll. If that's the kind of heat that you want to rig on yourselves, go right ahead. There's really not, you go watch it yourself so you guys can go make your own judgments. But this is the only part that I thought was worth addressing because I think there might be a bit of a misunderstanding, but let's play.
Wow, then, bro. He makes this accusation right here.
My other boys. You won't fuck me, then you can't get on the platform. So wait, you want to bang a girl who just wants to come on the platform for clout? And you think that's burning desire?
But he doesn't show y'all the entire conversation of her talking shit for hours on hours on hours on hours to me.
I want you guys to pause right at that moment. He initiates contact with her, suggests a collab. He asks her multiple times if she's single or married. She's thinking, oh, she's being invited to be on a dating show to talk about dating. She finally says, like, okay, yeah, after the third time he asks, like, oh, or second time. He's like, yeah, you know what? I am single. And he's like, perfect. Well, listen, I don't collab with people who I'm platonic with. Out of nowhere. It's in the text messages. And she says, what do you mean? She's like, well, we're not just going to be just friends if you want to collab. You are doing sex for a time on the podcast, which is what we initially said. So I don't know why he showed this conversation as if I'm lying about what happened.
Then I respond, I'm just being honest and stand by. I'm not collaborating with you unless we fuck. Why do I say that? You guys say, oh, yo, Byron, let it go, let it go. Would y'all let it go if someone said some bullshit like this about you on a big-ass podcast with 4 million subscribers?
Fuck, well, what am I going to spend my day socializing with somebody who's like a...
Wait, what? Like, whoa. Hold on.
This clip is taken out of context. You guys can go watch on the No Jumper podcast. Don't take my word for it. At some point, Adam asked me, like, yo, you guys could totally be friends again or whatever. I'm like, I ain't fucking with people like that. I don't want to be with people who harm their communities. I don't want to be involved with people who are like, I give an example of somebody I wouldn't want to be associated. One of them was another one was someone who goes around stealing from people, okay? You can see right now DJ Envy getting in trouble because the person he associated with goes around stealing from his community. I don't want to be associated with people who go harm folks from my area. The same way I don't want to be associated with a podcast like this that I think is harmful. That's it. Because if you guys notice, whenever the allegations came out, well, I don't remember when it was, he did a live stream about it. It came out after I did this interview. So I didn't even know about that stuff. And also, if I hated you guys so much and I want to take you down so badly, why wouldn't I ever mention that kind of thing on our videos? Why wouldn't I make it
He just told, as a matter of fact, he just told people to go watch the clip that they did to get the full context. If y'all think he lying, he said go watch their clip. He could have easily been like, don't watch they channel this, they channel that, they like this. Like how Fresh and Fit, Fake and Fraud didn't even say shit really about them. They was talking about, oh, they followers is this and that and the third. It's just saltiness, man. Let's go.
He goes around. I've never done that. I've never made a video like that. I've never said it in a single YouTube video that we do ourselves. Okay? But in this offhand comment where I'm talking about not being associated with people who harm their communities, and I use an example when you think that's directly you. And look, I can understand. Probably with everything going on and hearing that from me, I can understand why you could take it that way, but it's not what I meant. Nor, if you look at the greater context of everything I've said about this whole ordeal, it's never been something I've said.
I mean,
so let me be clear. I don't know if this guy is. I've never alleged that he is, and that's not my position today.
We're actually defending on that, so we defending them on that. So
yeah,
it would be stupid to call him one thing and defend him on the same thing. So yeah,
he's saying it's political. He's saying we're doing it for political reasons.
Sure.
Which is sure. You can believe that.
Whatever.
You're gonna believe whatever you want to believe, and I think that's partially my fault because the way I left the door open with not being abundantly clear. Yeah, honestly, guys, it wasn't even entertaining, and I was like telling Breeze like, do we really want to do like a whole thing where we roast every point? It's not worth it.
No, that's what we're doing this for. We're doing that for people that are not smart enough to comprehend, not smart enough to have a conversation.
Ain't even worth.
Like, it's okay, man.
It ain't even worth going back and forth with them because it's like at the end of the day, you already know they did it in the first place just for the clout. Originally, they ain't do it for no other reason. Abba and Preach, shout out to Abba and Preach, man. Like they channel was cold. They got good content, always on the forefront of the content in the space. You know what I'm saying? And they like playback. They like I like Abba and Preach and playback. They remind me a lot of each other. Shout out to playback too. You know what I mean? A lot of good info, unbiased, everything like that. Not selling dating advice or none of that lame ass shit like Fresh and Fit do. Not bringing on no agendas, no hidden biases, and definitely nothing political. Like, you got to watch out for people projecting. You know what I mean? That's a lot of what be going on. We went over a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody watching, man. Make sure y'all hit that like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. You know, it's just a lot of people, you know, that'll try to kind of be misleading. They kind of try to use whatever their position is to push that agenda, and that's what we seen in these clips today. You know what I'm saying? Well, except for the one with the gas station owner. He was just on some, nobody gets to go. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, like, everybody else, they just sitting up, man, you know, watch out for these grifters like I always tell y'all, man. You know, and that's all I got for y'all today, man. I appreciate y'all checking me out. Shout out to the Tool Gang. Shout out to Ricky Williams. Shout out to Fresh. Shout out to EB, you know what I'm saying? Rosie in this joint, you know what I'm saying, with me, you know. And yeah, man, we be back tomorrow, Friday, with another one for y'all. So until then, later, y'all. I'm gone.